players, because we've seen Leviticus. Leviticus is also an incredibly streaky player. His thing comes though in those misdrops. If we see like one misdrop from him, we tend to see multiple, and it's a constant fight when you're playing this game, how to battle those misdrops.
Totally.
And it's really just trying to stay focused and just trying to focus on another part of the board so you can get that mistake off the board.
It becomes a huge mental game because you when you're playing this game, you're constantly making a plan about how things are going to go. And if you make a misdrop, that can change the plan so much that you just can't assimilate it in time to place your next piece. So it definitely, it definitely can snowball in that way, especially if you're into making complicated plans. So.
And Bidwell, the master of the multitasking, working at a game shop while playing in a Dr. Mario tournament. It doesn't get much more retro gamer than that. Leviticus on your right side, he is your 7 seed. BSG4000, Chris Bidwell, your not your 2 seed. We just saw our 2 seed. Your 7 seed. And Bidwell likes to stay in that mid range, but we've seen him go on tears before. I'm really excited to see this because we'll either get Floyd versus Bidwell or Floyd versus Leviticus, which is we have Packy versus Dimwit at home. No, I'm kidding. But it'll be their 4th meeting. So either way, we're going to get a really good round 2 matchup. We are just waiting on readies from both players, which we have. Bidwell does not have a Mario statue that is a giant plushy Mario. Just as good, though. It's at a game store, so I would think that the nerd cred would be, if we're comparing nerd cred here, definitely advantage Bidwell. And we have 3, 2, 1, and go. Leviticus opting to not be on camera. And we are off. 28 viruses between these two players in level 7 early on. A slightly better board, in my opinion, for Bidwell. As we take a look here, Leviticus going for those tuck doubles, just getting that pill vertically in to get 2 viruses out at once. 1 pill clear is so important in getting runs done quickly and efficiently.
Yeah, and Leviticus is in an interesting spot here where his entire, almost all of his top line is blue. So, those situations are always a little bit tricky to stay on top of. Meanwhile, Bidwell has nothing in his first few columns here.
No, playing more towards the center of his board. That may come back to affect him with that Spire in column 6. But Leviticus also having problems keeping viruses at higher elevations, still having a lot of viruses on his right side. So challenges for both players here as we get towards the end of round number 6.
Yeah, I think the thing we're seeing out of Bidwell here is he's finding like so many different ways to play underneath. And that's sort of what you have to do when all your viruses are stacked on top of each other and you don't have a lot of options. That's really interesting. But Leviticus almost out at level 6 here. Looks like he just needs 1 more blue and he'll be out at a 135.
And Bidwell not far behind with 3 viruses, now down to 2, and easy access to both of them. So he'll be out not too far behind here.
Looks like Leviticus is going for sort of an interesting combo here. He's gotten that and taken care of it and moved on before the commentator can even notice.
Yellow, please.
Just as quick as you please, as you say.
Oh, big combo. That's not the combo you want. Bidwell very upset with that. He'll be out at a 207. It's absolutely heartbreaking when you're on those that last 1 or 2 viruses and you're getting everything that isn't that color. So the end of your board looks a lot uglier than it started. 26 viruses to go here for Bidwell. Down to 24. Leviticus absolutely breezing through 7, already down to 9.
Wow. Yeah, he's pulled quite a lead here.
And a good drop combo here puts him down to 3 viruses. Leviticus looking at a sub 3 right now. And he's going to get it 249 through 2 levels. He's looking to cruise here. But Bidwell also going on a tear right now. That might have been a bit of a misplay in column 8 with that red yellow.
No, I think that was. I mean, it lines up with 2 viruses,
oh,
right?
There you go. Okay.
What more can you want?
It's always good to look at what's going on below and above at each play. Anyways, you think I know that as a commentator. 25 viruses to go in level 8 for Leviticus. Bidwell's biggest problem right now are those 2 blue. Never mind, he just cleared them out.
Blue that he just cleared.
Yeah,
oh my goodness, this
I'll
game
be here.
is impossible to commentate.
I'll be here if you need me.
These players just playing so fast that by the time you say what's happening, the board is completely different.
I'm glad I'm able to curse the RNG in a positive way here. 1 virus to go for Bidwell. He'll be out right around the 4-minute mark. Although now he's got to clear out some garbage.
Yeah, things
to
a
get
little
into
bit
that red.
covered there for him.
And Leviticus seems to just be running away with this, playing out of his mind right now.
His board is open, but he only has blue, so half the pills are going to be useless to him.
Do you agree with that garbage play in the lower right corner to drop that blue down, or do you go for something that's a little bit more accessible?
Yeah, I mean, it's always a tough call with these things, and often the right call is to do the thing that you think of first and get it done as quick as possible.
Go with your first instinct. I like a big fat clear log for Leviticus, as he was running really good through these first 3 levels, but it got hung up here on this RNG. This is giving Bidwell a bit of a chance to catch up, but it is a 24 virus advantage for Leviticus as he's out at a 444.
Wow. This is a crazy time from Leviticus. I mean, we've been seeing people getting out above 5 minutes, so we're seeing something special here, I think.
We're seeing Leviticus put something big together here as he's down to his last 35 viruses. Remember, this is level 6 to 9, so as far as this level block goes for Leviticus, this is your last level. You tend to play that last level a little bit more aggressively, just to make sure you do pick up that win. Leviticus looking to hope for a double red here.
Meanwhile, Bidwell is just dealing with a little bit of trash. A lot of the last few pills for him going towards things that aren't viruses. So that's a really frustrating spot to be.
Right. 9 viruses to go for Bidwell, and Leviticus really was focusing on that double red play, and it slowed him down a little bit. He is down to 20 viruses as we hit about the 6-minute mark here through this first game in this best of 3 between the 7th seed Leviticus and the 10th seeded Chris Bidwell.
And Leviticus looks like he has 2 columns with no viruses in it now. Sort of a mixed blessing, about to become 3. It's nice because it gives you places to put pills you can't use, but it's also a bit annoying because it reduces the number of useful things that you can do. And it also gives you a big risk of having fall time on those columns if you're not careful.
Right. And it looks like Leviticus is going to go for a drop combo here. And he'll get the garbage cleared out. So a pretty good going so far for Leviticus, but not quite done yet, as Bidwell will get to 9. We hope. There it is. All right, there's those yellows he needs. Well, I may have spoken too soon. It's this rough ending.
Why you gotta do it like that, JB?
645 for
that was
Bidwell.
dirty.
But Leviticus is going to be down to his final virus as Bidwell enters a 655. What a big time for Leviticus.
Very solid time.
He'll easily take that first game.
Yeah, great game there. Maine Coon Cat calling that the suffer game for Bidwell, I think.
Suffer game. Well, hopefully he got all the bad and GR out of the way. Oh, he's put on his cool guy glasses.
Oh, baby.
Or are those just... Those are big, chunky plastic glasses. Okay.
He just didn't want his X-ray vision to damage the audience.
Well, we appreciate that. You know, gamma radiation can be pretty harmful. We've got it ready from Leviticus. We've got it ready from Chris Bidwell and his cool guy glasses.
Packy bringing out the puns. Pause and it becomes a buffer game instead of a suffer game. Oh my goodness.
Hey Alexa, how do I ban people from chat? Randy Savage, never mind. That's just BSG as we're off here in this second game.
Look at this tee to start the thing off from Leviticus, just getting 2 double reds in a row and using them perfectly.
I think the thought of potentially playing Floyd again is making Leviticus a bit hungry for that win. It's a really good rivalry.
Yeah. They get to enjoy each other a lot during the weekly checkups as well.
Those weekly checkups are great. Be sure to check them out every Thursday in our Discord. We do some speed runs. Hopefully we'll have some weekly. Well, there's not necessarily weekly checkups for Versus, but there's always people ready to play Versus online too. If you have a Switch or you have Dr. Mario on the Wii, definitely more ways to play than just speed here for the Dr. Mario Championship. Right now it's 6-2, or rather it's 9-5 right now.
Your standard job.
But these players doing a great job working overtime, hopefully, but under time to get these wins here. 8-1 right now. Leviticus out at 1:15. That's a very good time. That's an extremely good time. You want to be looking at 75 to 90 seconds each of the first 2 levels.
Goodwill a little bit hung up on getting all these blue viruses cleared, and they're in a bit of a frustrating configuration compared to each other. They're completely diagonal, and diagonal is about the hardest to clear in an efficient combo-y way. So he's just having to do it all in the slow way, not combining clears at all. Sort of a bummer. Meanwhile, Leviticus flying through 7 here. Only 17 viruses left, now 15.
Bidwill cannot buy good RNG. Again, a really rough end game. Had to press down a bunch of times just to get 1 blue. And that seems to be the story for Chris Bidwell's game here so far, is he's down by 21 viruses here in the second round of the second game.
Yeah. I guess Leviticus must have had a lot of viruses lined up next to each other, because this is a really great time for level 7.
Leviticus, again, with right around 1:15, 1:20, out at 2:35. Absolutely blistering time through these first 2 rounds.
Yeah, that's a great time to hit.
When you're making one of the best players of the game speechless, you know you're doing it right here. We've got 31 to go for Leviticus in round 8. Bidwell really just trying to avoid getting lapped at this point. Absolute rough go of it for Chris in this second game.
Yeah, he's got a real tower going on over there, doesn't he?
But he's starting to surge back into this now, down to 10 viruses.
He just dug the entire that entire tower just disappeared in the space of about 3 plays there. Just had it all lined up.
Watch this cross there from Leviticus, and now he's got a clean board once again. Everything's accessible, everything's easy to clear. Down to 17 viruses. Having a bit of a struggle session on this 8, but that's not saying much given how his first 2 levels have been going.
Yeah. Yeah, I like what I'm seeing. He's keeping things low and tight, and setting himself up for endgame stuff already, I would say. So that's some good foresight. That's the kind of thing you want to see.
8 viruses to go here for Leviticus. 1 virus to go. Chris Bidwell out of 357, a double clear, and now it's just easy down pressing. The only issue is the blue virus in the corner that's blocked by a yellow virus.
Yeah.
Leviticus may be looking at going horizontally. No, he is going to just clear it out here.
I think, as you say, the horizontal play is the sort of the correct end game thing. But it's also a little bit risky sometimes.
432 for Leviticus as he goes into 9 with an extremely red heavy start here. already down though to 37, just going on a complete surge. Bidwell, 23 viruses to go on level 8. A rough upper right corner. He's starting to work on whittling that down, but not a lot of access to yellow for Chris right now.
Leviticus is setting up some interesting horizontals. Hopefully they won't conflict with each other here.
I believe he's holding out for a blue-red to get that taken care of. Oh, or the yellow-red, or the yellow-blue rather, to get the L combo.
Yeah, that was a clever way to support the last bit of that combo. And Bidwell is coming close to the end of level 8 here. He's going to be gated on blue for sure, so he's looking for ways to make his blue plays especially efficient, clearing blue viruses together whenever he can.
And I think if you're looking at how to get this endgame done, I think you're looking at, oh, maybe not. I would thought I would be going for that red in column 5 to get the double, and that now he sees it. So
yep.
No harm, no foul there. Meanwhile, Leviticus, 11 viruses to go, a lot of them in column 1, which is going to slow him down. May not be enough for Bidwell to come back, but we're going to see him get to 9. And he'll be out at a 606. So he's got
quite respectable, isn't it?
He's going to need bad RNG for Leviticus and perfect RNG for himself. As Leviticus now down to 5 viruses, and that double red, huge, with another double red, and yet another double red.
He's getting the double red surge exactly when he needs it. So
which means that red yellow will pop up.
Level 9, real clean here. Looks like it'll be.
And out at a 634 and off to round 2, where he'll face Floyd later on today. A big win for Leviticus. 2 absolute blazing fast times, both under 7 minutes, and not a lot you can do when Leviticus is playing that well.
Oh, yeah.
And it wasn't a question of bad plays for Bidwell. It was just rough RNG the whole way.
Now, is 634 a hot time?
I do not believe it is.
Oh, okay.
Let me just check here. It's no, 624. Sarah
so
Sparkle
close.
has a 602, Packy a 605, Dave Smith with a 616 and a 618, and then Packy with that 624.
Wow, 624. People are so good.
It's a far cry from when we first started this, and sub 7 was the elite standard. So, like, everybody would go crazy over a 658. Now it's folks, flirting with 5 minutes.
Oh my goodness.
And I think it will happen soon. I really do. But Leviticus gets that win, and we're going to bring Ethan back in.